All right, so let's dive in here because I've given I wanted to do I definitely wanted to do a spoiler free review. However, I wanted this stream of consciousness to be a little bit focused. So I have exactly 15 minutes. I have 15 minutes or less to talk about this film. So let's go ahead and dive deep here, guys. Holy fuck! So the first Creed I loved. Okay, I gave Creed a 10 out of 10. I thought that Ryan Coogler was the standout in the film. I thought he did a fantastic job. And when it comes to the Rocky franchise, I'm pretty warm on the whole thing. But to be honest with you, my favorite Rocky films, or I should say my favorite Rocky films all time, prior to Creed, is Rocky number one and the fourth film. And yeah, honestly, yeah, if I'm being completely honest, the fourth film is my favorite, okay? The fourth film has the greatest motherfucking training montage ever created by a fucking human being. Ever. Okay? Creed number one, Creed number two, great films, but you cannot defeat the training montage from the fourth fucking film. What was it? Hearts on fire. Bruh. Stallone ran up a fucking mountain. I'll never forget that shit. Stallone literally, there was like a horse carriage, right? And there was like Adrian, and then the Paulie, whatever the fuck his name was, and then there was someone else. But like there were people sitting in a horse carriage. And at the front, like a big wooden, bulky fucking horse carriage. And fucking, like, Stallone was like at the front just being like, fucking like veins were like coming out of his throat and out of his forehead. This motherfucker was like, fucking bench pressing that shit, okay? I don't want to hear it, okay? Shit, Stallone trained so hard in the fourth film that I was just like, fam, Stallone, you do realize, my nigga, you are training to fight a human. Like, you're not training to fight a goddamn silverback gorilla. Anyway, fuck, I love the fourth film. When you see that big ass fucking incline, and it's just steadily like let's say this is Ivan Drago, and this is like the incline, and it's just getting steeper and steeper and steeper, and Dolph Lundgren, he's just like yeah. Sorry, I love the fourth film. Anyway, let's talk about Creed number one. Gave it a 10 out of 10. Creed number two. Honestly, I gave Creed number two a 9 out of 10. It was so good. I mean, what's weird? Here's what's weird. Because with the second film, I was, I wasn't really, I just wasn't looking forward to the second film. Because because to me, the reason why Creed number one works, there's a lot of great ingredients, but the main reason why Creed number one works for me is because of Ryan Coogler. I thought that his direction made the film just pop and made it refreshing. So when I found out that Ryan Coogler was not going to be directing the second film, just like that, just like opening this fucking door, just like that, just like opening that door, like literally my excitement for the film, my excitement for the sequel completely left when I found out that Ryan Coogler wasn't directing. But Creed number two is fantastic. It's almost like the Infinity War of boxing films in a way. Creed number two, a little bit, because there's a sense of dread and emotionally vicious, viciously emotionally affecting scenes, if that makes sense. It's a very grim, a surprisingly grim film. I felt like throughout the whole film there was just like this grim, ominous sense of dread in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because let's go. Let me pull this up here for a second. But the fucking first off, I love when Ivan Drago, or however you say his name, when my boy Dolph Lundgren came in onto the scene, fam. Bruh! Not only was his performance really, really, really good, but him and what was it? Him and his son are just like fucking like two human Thanos just walking around. His son is literally like fucking Thanos, fam. Fuck. When like before they fight, for the first time in this movie, like straight up, like when they would show training montages of the Drogo's son or whatever of the son, I was just like, yo, I was like, what was it, Adonis, right? I think it's Adonis, Michael B. Jordan. I was just, was that his name? Yeah, Adonis Creed. I was like, Adonis, no, you're not ready. Adonis is like, he killed my dad. I gotta go stop him. I'm just like, Adonis, no. Have you seen this man? No. Fuck, it gave me like flashbacks to Connor and Khabib or Habib. Fuck, which one is it? Don't hurt me, Khabib. I've seen you fight bears back in Dagestan. But I was just like, no! Adonis, no! He gonna fuck your ass up! Have you seen this nigga? Adonis, no! Okay? This nigga has been training his whole fucking life. Sounds kind of familiar. So, he's been training his whole fucking life for this one moment, Adonis. This whole moment. Okay? Which is fucking you up. God damn. Man, Ivan's son was so big and strong. I said, God damn, I just don't know. I just don't. By the way, very, very mild spoiler here, but there's a sequence where, and this is in the trailer, so don't freak out. But Sylvester Stallone, it's actually in, I might have to go, where is it? It's actually in this sequence right here. When there's a piece of dialogue between these two characters right here, Stallone and Michael B. Jordan, and Stallone is like, you know, I don't know if you're ready for this fight, because when I fought Ivan a long time ago, he hit me so hard that there's some parts of me that have never fully recovered. That's how hard I got hit. And I was like, oh, shit. That's when I knew this movie was going to be great. Another thing that was great is that I thought that they gave... here, I'm actually going to go big screen for this. One thing that I thought was really made this film really great was that I just thought, more big screen, right? I just thought, like, goddamn, they gave the son and the father so much backstory, surprisingly. And while, granted, they still, I think they could have gave him a little bit more to chew on performance-wise. Because in a way, the son he's a very one-note villain in a way. I mean, he's kind of just like, I don't know. He's just a little bit one note, in my personal opinion. I think they could have gave him a little bit more pop. But other than that, I thought between the two, I thought the movie did a great job of making you. The movie did a great job of making you understand where they're coming from and seeing life from their perspective and through their eyes. And in a way, to watch this film is to watch the life of Adonis Creed and to watch their lives. It's almost like their lives and the lives of Adonis, they interweave in this film. You know what I'm saying? So as much as you're watching scenes about Adonis, you're watching just as many scenes, seemingly, about Ivan and his son. You know, it's very, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Let me move over a little bit more. And, oh my God, I just thought that was fantastic. The fights... they pale in comparison to the first film, but all the fight sequences in this film I thought were very taut, thriller-like, and they made you wince and like made you like not want to look at the screen. Like, oh, Adonis, oh fuck, Adonis, get your left up, oh shit, oh no. So yeah, the fight sequences are great. They definitely don't have the intense craftsmanship of Creed number 1. But hey, the fight sequences are effective here, despite being a step down from the first film. So the fight sequences are solid. The acting is really, really good. I think that Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan are fantastic together. I think they have tremendous chemistry, which like they almost have unusual chemistry, you know? I had to remind myself a few times while watching Creed number 2, like, God damn, Like Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan are they're not married. They're just acting. It's insane. And there's just so many emotionally gripping and powerful sequences. Like this sequence right here. Actually, we're gonna go. Let's go big screen for a second. But yeah, so many emotionally impactful scenes. Like boy, shit. Like this sequence right here gave me fucking chills, fam. What else? Yeah, this especially. This was just a chills inducing fucking sequence. Such a heart wrenching sequence. And another thing that I think is fascinating is the way that this film speaks to her hearing loss. Totally took me aback because I totally forgot about that aspect of her character. This is such a surprisingly dark film, because in a way it's sort of like is Adonis is he fighting to avenge his father, or is he fighting to put his soul at peace or in peace, or is he fighting for his soul to finally feel a sense of peace? I don't know. Like this film just was so deep because it's so much deeper than him trying to avenge his father. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. It's almost like his life is on hold unless he can fucking defeat Ivan's son. It's just I just thought that was so deep. That they just put so much emotion behind Adonis versus Ivan's son going head to head. You know what I mean? And another thing is that this movie is a emotion. This movie is an inspirational quote inducing orgasm. I mean, there are so many just make the hair on you just make the hair on you just stand up. There's so many like goosebumps inducing inspirational quotes all over this fucking thing. I think when like Stallone and Michael B. Jordan spoke for the first time, there were a couple pieces of dialogue that Stallone said that I was just like, fuck. I was like, God damn, Stallone's so good. Shit. It's like, God damn, these movies are so good. Not all of them work, but damn, these movies still got it. Ain't that a bitch? Shit, Stallone can just deliver like a certain line of dialogue, and I'm already just welling up with tears, dog. There's certain moments of emotional outbursts from Michael B. Jordan where I was legitimately tearing up. There was one moment between Michael B. Jordan, his child, and Tessa Thompson, and there's a moment where the three of them are pretty much in the same room. And Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan have a realization. They learn a particular something. And that sequence in which Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan, when they learned the truth about a certain something, that was so dark. That was so emotional. I just felt for them, man. I was like, oh my God. This movie is fantastic, man. Like, this movie it's just so inspiring. And there's definitely some, and granted, like the cinematography pales in comparison to the first film, but god damn it, there's just some shots in this film like this that are pretty, just awesome. Just awesome, And, God, the emotional moments, man, they just hit you so fucking hard in the feels, son. Like this scene right here, fuck, I truly felt where he was coming from. It's almost like Michael B. Jordan's character. It's almost like this movie is kind of like The Dark Knight Rises in a way. I almost feel like we're watching an Adonis just being like crushed and crushed and crushed and crushed. And then it's like, do we see him come back? Do we see him rise again and defeat this unspeakable evil that Dolph Lundgren has unleashed on him? I just, if you couldn't tell, I love this film every time, and particularly And they do this every movie, but for God's sakes, even still, when we get to like this scene right here, and you hear that music, what an emotionally satisfying film. I just thought this movie was just so satisfying. It ain't got nothing on the first film, but this movie is so satisfying. Again, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10, and it looks like I am out of time. But yeah, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10 for this movie. I know this sounds cheesy, but surprisingly, this movie was like, I mean, it's familiar and it's a step down from the first film, but god damn it, this is a fucking knockout. Fuck. Jeez. So yeah, what do you guys think about this film? Let me know your thoughts down below. I fucking love. I just want to see it again. Never mind all the other reasons to see the film again and again. I just want to see the film again for a second time, just for the inspirational quotes in this bitch. Good lord. But yeah. But what do you think about this film? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm outie.